Make no mistake, this is hard work. You know, let's be real. Working from home sounds like a luxury. It sounds like you wake up in the morning, you roll out of bed, and you get to work in your pajamas, and you just have money just rolling in all the time. Maybe in fantasy land, being an entrepreneur in any fashion is a lot of work, but especially when you're doing something like e-commerce where you're reselling goods or selling new goods, you're buying pallets, you're thrifting, anything in that general area is going to be a lot of work. It takes a lot of time, a lot of knowledge, a lot of research, a lot of diligence, and a lot of sweat equity. Today's Motivation Monday is about doing the work now so that it'll pay off later. But I want to talk about a specific for instance. I'm going to talk about myself right now because that's what I have to base things off of, right? Is my own personal experience. A year and a half ago, I never would have imagined that I had somebody doing listings for me. Never, never, ever. Never would have thought that I had bins of items that I could just give to somebody and them list it from start to finish, and all I have to do is source it and ship it. And I'm telling you, it has been such a blessing. Mainly because a year and a half ago, I had absolutely no idea that my life was going to change as much as it has, that my family, the dynamic of my family was going to change as much as it has. Right now, my lister is doing 90% of my listings for me. That's 9 out of every 10 items that get listed in my store, you guys. 9 out of every 10 items that are newly listed in my store are being done by somebody else. And it is such a saver for me because there are days where I don't even get to look at eBay unless I'm shipping items. And that's just truth talk. But right now I have that luxury and it's something that I am incredibly thankful for. But don't believe that it happened overnight because it didn't. It took a lot of work in the very beginning because I was doing everything by myself. When I was doing everything by myself, I was sourcing everything, I was listing everything, I was photographing everything, I was shipping everything, I was storing everything, completely 110% on my own. I added that extra 10% because I tried to go above and beyond wherever possible. And I had finally reached the point where I had built my store up to a little over 400 items, and I was perfectly comfortable in the items that I was listing. I felt knowledgeable. I felt like I knew where to find things that were working for me. I was just all around well-rounded in what I was doing. And when I put in that time and that effort to learn everything and to find something I was comfortable in, then I felt like I was able to hire somebody to help me with doing more and taking some of that weight off my shoulders. And then that too took a lot of time. It took time to find someone that I was comfortable with. It took time to teach her what I knew. It took a lot of trust and a lot of steps to get to the point where we are today. It all takes time and a lot of work. You know, in the beginning, all she did was upload pictures and put in basic item specifics. That's all she did. She did that for a few months, and then slowly she started getting into taking the pictures and making drafts. But there still wasn't that knowledge or that trust that let me just give it all to her. I still needed to go in and complete the listings myself. I needed to make sure that the pricing was right. I needed to double check the photos, make sure that they looked good. I needed to enter in all of the keywords for her because I wasn't trusting her to do titles. I had to double check measurements. I wasn't ready to let go of all of those precious things. But after 7 whole months of teaching and learning, she was able to do what I do, which is complete a listing from start to finish, from photographing it to listing it, to keywords, to pricing it, and then activating it. So after 7 long, grueling months of learning and correcting and figuring out a system, that weight is off my shoulders. And putting all of that weight off of myself has given me the ability to try to branch out and do new things, or spend time with my family, or let's face it, just try to get my life together. And I'm able to do all of those things without having to list for hours a day. And I still have sales coming in, which is super helpful. You know, if you guys are following me on social media, if you're following me on Instagram, or you check my YouTube regularly, you'll see that for the last few weeks, I have been MIA. I have not been around, and that's because I have a lot of things going on. There's things going on that I've told you guys about. There's things that I'm not telling you guys about. There's a lot of things that go on behind the scenes for me, and I don't choose to share it all, but things get hard, life happens. And I have been so fortunate to have a lister and to have enough items listed in my store to where I could take a break from eBay because I needed a break. I needed that break to take care of my family and to take care of things that are going on behind the scenes. And I'm still having a revenue stream come in from eBay, which is extremely beneficial right now. And I wouldn't have had that if I did not put in the time and the hard work a long time ago to have it pay off now. So bottom line is, put in the work now to have the benefits later. You cannot have the benefits later without putting in some work. You can't pretend to be an entrepreneur, not put in the time, and just have the money just come rolling in. That's not how it works. And please, do not look at other people's successes and think that it happened overnight, because I can about guarantee you that anybody that's successful now put in a lot of sweat equity to make it happen. And there's your motivation to get up off your butt and work hard. You're welcome. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up and let me know. If you have any questions or comments, leave them in the comments below. And if you haven't subscribed to me, I hope you will. Thank you guys again so much for watching. I'll see you with my next video. Bye.